Yo. Yeah, we started.
Let me get out. So we gonna have. I don't want both.
Look at she nervous.
Both of these bottles.
We gonna keep this in too. All right, this is the Black Room Experience, B.L.A.C.C. room, and this is a real conversation we about to have. I got my girl Keyairra in here. I've been knowing this young lady for 30 years.
Well,
yeah, almost 30 years. Yeah, we know this shit. A long time. So yeah, she's always been somebody that's different, goes against the grain of what's going on, thinks outside the box and all that. That's why I can have a real conversation with her. You know, a lot of you females out there might need to take fucking notes. I'm sorry, I'm cussing. But y'all might need to take some notes from this young lady right here, especially with the simple things like actually listening to understand, you know, trying to learn something or try to be, you know, forthcoming with how you truly feel without offending or being ratchet or ghetto or any of that bullshit that y'all learn from, you know, your mom, your grandma, or whoever else. So, yeah. What's up?
Hey, it's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you.
It's my fault, man. I said forget this podcast shit. I had lost my house and I was just like, fuck it. And I got tired of editing and doing all this shit. I was being lazy. So, and I was running to the money. So that's my fault.
Was it being lazy or was it, I guess, taking the break maybe you needed to kind of put everything together?
I think it's both. I wasn't as passionate about it. Like, started doing the podcast before because it was something to do creatively. And I was tired of doing music. Couldn't get a movie out the ground. I'm still trying to get the Two Blind movie done. Casting is almost impossible in this area. Nobody wants to do anything. I'll be like, man, what's going on? I even told them I'll pay you $500 a day to do nothing, basically. $500 a day. All you got to do is jump in a couple scenes here and there, act a little bit. I pay for your travel, hotel, whatever. I don't want to do it so far.
And when you say this area, you mean where you are right now? Have you tried the surrounding areas?
I've tried surrounding areas, but it's like I think people have gotten too close to celebrities or too close to people that's actually doing something. Not saying that I'm a celebrity, but people that's actually doing something, they downplay it. Because I think back in the day, somebody said they put you in a movie. It's like, oh shit, I'll get in the movie. Like I'll do it. Now they just like, it'll be another movie. I'm the main character in my life. They all think that way. It's like, what? Like the girl that I had to do the movie, and I told her like I needed that motivation because she really pissed me off. It took about a month of planning all of that, and 2 days before she canceled. Like, no, I don't think I want to do it. I'm just like, you fucking, never mind. I don't want to cuss. But if you see this, God bless you. Let's leave it at that.
It just meant that wasn't the person to do it. So, I mean, if you tell me a little about it, will that spill anything? Like,
it's a passion project. I mean, it's for the song. I'm sorry. I'm trying to vibrate shit off. It's for the song I got called Two Blind. And Two Blind was about the effects that social media and the world pretty much has on women. And it's like this woman that you're trying to date or whatever, you're trying to tell her the correct way to go about it. And this is what guys think, this is what they want from you, blah, 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 blah. But all that attention is like a drug and it takes over and it makes them start doing things that they wouldn't normally do without all the attention. And then when it's too late, sitting around crying, you got a baby by a couple niggas and this and that. Like, yeah, that's what it does. That's one thing I can commend you for because you never really been on social media. Like, you don't really do things for attention. You don't sell your soul. Like, you ain't into the hoe-ass music and none of that. Well, like, why you been like that?
Everybody that knows, and if y'all have not watched, just previously, I was raised different. I was raised in a different time in regards to, I think I was raised when it was becoming something different. Like, I still had the impacts of a great grandmother, a great grandmother, and a grandmother, and a mother. I started my family when I was born. My family's 5th generation. So with that came a dynamic of different backgrounds and ideas of how women should I guess present themselves. So with that being said, and I was a church girl. I mean, some things I just wasn't into. I always, and I ain't gonna say prided myself in being different, but when I understood what it really meant to be unique, I can't be like everybody if I'm unique. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people have gotten that mixed up. You are who you are for a reason. If I'm doing what everybody else is doing, who gonna be being me? Nobody. So I was just raised different. Then I really did fall in love with God. I mean, I know that's not a hot thing now, but I got a relationship with Him, and we're having a relationship with God. Certain things I just didn't want to be attached to.
We was talking about that on previous podcasts about being original. Like, even when it comes to how you dress, how you behave, all stuff, we always wanted to be original. I think social media has trained people to just be sheep in a way.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's gotten to the point where it's completely ridiculous. Like, we had whole rappers too back in the day. We had Lil Kim, Foxy Brown, but it didn't just persuade every woman to want to be a hoe or post their ass or none of that. Like, it was not that. Like, because you also had positive female rappers like MC Lyte, Queen, Latifah, Lauryn Hill, stuff like that. I just don't think we have enough on the positive side to persuade people the other way. Well, why? I don't get it.
Because let's be honest, and I think you and I had this conversation before. I remember calling you some years back, and I said, it seems like the hoes are winning. Like, they're getting wiped up. This don't work. And I think a lot of people can be discouraged. If I see this working and you did, and all you got to do is like this, it works. People looking for things that really work. So therefore, that being that way, it seems like this is what most of the men want, right? And then we've had
I remember what I said to that too.
But we have to know what does a male want, and then what a real man wants. So you have to know the difference in between what am I trying to catch? Just a male or a man or a boy. A lot of people don't know that.
That's real shit. But I think it even goes deeper than that, because I think a lot of times they look and they go, aesthetically, this is what they want, because this is how I look at it as a female. Like, if you're doing this, you're giving me your time, you're giving me your effort, you're taking me on dates, that means you really want me. Well, a woman, if she's giving all that effort, 9 times out of 10, she wants the guy. She ain't laying down with a guy that she don't want.
Right.
And we ain't talking about hoes. Like, y'all bitches is disgusting. But we talking about ones that was like real women. You're not giving your body up. You're not laying down, open your legs for a dude that you don't really like.
Right.
But a guy will. Let me tell you something. It's hard to explain this shit to somebody that don't get it. But if a guy is, like, there's guys out there that's good dudes or whatever, or the husband type or whatever, they still know that it's certain chicks, I hit that. But I'd never commit to that.
I hit it.
I would hit that, but I would never commit to that. And they don't think twice about it. I think a lot of times women fuck up thinking that men are exactly like them, and that's bull. You're nothing alike. And that's another thing too. I think when you was younger, it was cool to be a woman, or it was taught that it's cool to be a woman. A lot of times these women, they want to compete with dudes because they've been told that being a woman is less than, which is not true.
I'm going to say this. I don't know if they don't know, if they think it's cool to be a man. I think it's a lot of things. We have to go back. Let's go back to slavery. You have to take that into consideration. Some things are embedded in our DNA. Some things have been passed down from our forefathers because they didn't know. But I think a lot of characteristics that women may have picked up along the way came from big mamas and all this stuff because of the times that they grew up in. And then you start having these masculine characteristics and not knowing Well, great-great-grandma had to do all that because of whatever she was going through. I live in a different set of times, but I think we have to teach people how, okay, that may have worked. My mom used to say this all the time. Just because it was right for me, don't mean it's going to be right for you. A lot of people, they teach from their traumas. They teach from what they went through. So therefore, if I had to be hard and get out here, this is what I'm going to teach my daughter the same thing, not knowing I did that because that's what I had to do. Don't mean that's what you're going to have to do. So with that being said, I think a lot of them have picked up, or people, period, pick up from where they come from and not knowing that's not the way it should be done. Where, even the Jewish community, everybody keeps teaching the same thing over and over and over and over again, but it worked for their community and who they are. And nobody sways from that. We don't know where we come from. We've talked about that before a lot. And it's not because we can't know, but we don't know. And if you don't know where you came from, you really don't know where you're going.
That a lot of that's true. Only thing I can say to that is, how is it that other races adopt the same type of way of thinking and same type of ideology in this country? Like it's a Western thing.
Yeah.
Like you deal with women from different countries that's not in the West. Their mindset is completely different. Even if you're talking about women in London or whatever, they're all Western thinking women.
Right.
Like they do the same things. They have that I don't need no man mentality and fuck guys and they're the enemy. And, we don't need men. Like even just look at The View. All different colors of women. They get on there all the time. Men are useless. We don't need men. It's like.
But I mean, and that's another thing. We have got to learn how to think beyond what you see. Okay, you're telling me that, but why are you telling me that? People are not paying attention to the times we're living in first and foremost. They're going to do what? Population control. So if I get rid of the seed, what else we going to do? Either way, if I get we need each other.
Yeah.
And they're not going to teach you that, because if I teach you I need him or you need her, y'all might mess around and have too many kids, and then what we gonna do?
I think it's people are part of a whole. Male and female are two equal halves. They just look and they feel different. That's it. Once you understand that, you can fall into your feminine or your masculine or whatever and stay there, because you don't need to do nothing else. It's like when you complete, what else do you need to do? I would never ever be the feminine guy for anybody, because I know that's taken away from what I need to be in my purpose.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
That's powerful. You can stop right there. I'm going to say that's powerful, because I tell people all the time, you being a masculine male, you're supposed to be a man. That's the characteristic you signed up for when you got for you being here on Earth. Why would you want to switch midstream? This is an experience I'm having right now as a woman. I don't know. A lot of people believe in reincarnation. We don't know. Those that are saved and believe in God, you believe something totally different. But there's some people that believe, in reincarnation. Well, right now you reincarnated as a man. Why are you trying to be a man? A woman, man?
Yeah, it's a bunch of that bullshit going on. I was just watching that Ironheart. You know the Ironheart series?
No.
The girl she was on Black Panther movie. Was in a Iron Man suit. Okay. Riri.
Yeah.
Very first couple minutes, they put a dude on there, and it's always a black dude. Always a black dude. He got on makeup. He's super gay. Some dude named Slug. I'm like, damn, why they do this shit? And Disney, y'all some dirty motherfuckers, because every single movie y'all get on, y'all do this shit. Movies, TV shows, y'all always the one pushing this shit, whether it's switching the race or switching, making the black dudes in there gay. What is up with y'all? Who's paying y'all to do this bullshit, man? Like, we know it's a damn agenda going on. Anything owned by Disney gotta come with some fuck shit. Excuse me. I'm gonna cuss a lot. I'm sorry. What was I saying? Oh, back to the whole thing. So people women like to call me a misogynist. You know why? Because they're not used to a guy speaking like this. Like, you can't say I'm a misogynist when I'm trying to promote women being more feminine. How is that problematic? How is it problematic for a guy that says women and men are equal? And what I mean by equal is y'all are part of the yin and the yang. You ever seen the yin and yang? It's not half straight down the middle. It's one protruding out and the other one being the recessive part of it. So at any given time, that cycle requires a woman being strong in her traits, being better at certain things than men. The other side requires men being better at certain things than women. I don't believe the shit that a lot of people say. Like, this term is really going to throw y'all off. I think there's some alpha females out there. And y'all think, oh, alpha female means she wants to buck up to a guy and she wants to do this. No. That's not my ideology. I think an alpha female is a type of female that is the ultimate female. Like, she's more feminine than the other one. She's smarter than a lot of the other ones. She's okay with being so secure in who she is. She don't have to step out and be ratchet and yell and scream and all sorts of stuff. She demands respect when she walks in the room. She uplifts other women and men. Like, there's alpha females out there. She's just like, y'all take alpha and y'all think that means masculine. That's not true. Like, if you take a lion pride, right? There's a certain female that's more dominant than the other females. That doesn't mean that she wants to be the man in the situation. She's just the ultimate woman. Get it? Fucking idiots. Like, I went back and forth.
You were doing really good. You didn't have to.
I'm just saying, like, I argue with people on TikTok about this. And that's part of why my TikTok got banned. I got banned like, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, something like that. I had to start a new one. But this one might get banned. That was my second time getting banned. My first time getting banned, I was at 107,000 followers. This time I was at like 28,000 followers. It's cool. I get them back. I ain't tripping. I just hate that they try to police everything you say and control the way you speak. But go ahead.
Well, we know what that's about. It's a lot of stuff going to change. People better wake up. But at the end of the day, you brought out some good things in regards to understanding that you can be an alpha female and still be feminine. I think we've lost, like you said, we've said this before, I'm not going to say it's not a lot of role models showing you how to be the ultimate female.
Right.
And then it's not a lot of males out there that are willing to be transparent enough and show, I think, the young men how to be alpha males. Mm-hmm. I think both parties need to stand up and we need to get ourselves together, because at the end of the day, our race, and I'm sure other people, but this is called, I don't understand it stand for, great, but we're going to talk to the Black people right now. Mm-hmm. At this point, we got to do something. If not, who we are and where we come from, we will be no more. Right. And I say that because we're not having children at the same rate that we used to. It's not a lot of families and homes. I think the kind of society that we're living in now, it's going to push us to have to come together.
Oh, yeah.
And it may work out for our better. And I just hope that we're prepared and we still have those women that know how to be women and are willing to share and give their pearls to the other woman and teach her how to be a woman and vice versa. Now I understand why in some societies and cultures at a certain age, they send their men off to let other men rear them and teach them how to be men, because as women, we're natural. A lot of us should be protectors and nurturers, if you will. And sometimes that can get in the way of letting your son become a real man.
Of course. And I think that's super, super important. When you talk about, I always think about my son and how he's going to be when he's 25 and he's 30. I don't really think about how he is at 9. Like, it's fine or whatever, but my goal is to get him there. I'm not trying to rush him there or anything like that. I'm not trying to, drag him there. I'm just going to make sure he gets where he's going. It's like aiming an arrow. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times I'm thinking like, one day you gotta have to protect your family. One day you're gonna have to, stand up to somebody and think the right way and do something the right way. That's one thing that be pissing me off when it comes to the way that people are as far as the community goes, because I'm watching I'm watching things decline like in real time. And I'm like, dang, I remember when we used to be outside and we might get into a fight with a dude down the street and be cool the next week.
Yeah.
Now you got these little dudes killing each other over hurt feelings and I'm like, where does that come from? So I started doing a deep dive into, the way that certain communities fall off and all this other stuff. And I'm thinking like, it's because of the lack of masculinity out there. If you think about it, you have conversations with these little dudes, they crybabies and punks. A lot of them are. Like, you did that not because you tough, you did it because you in your feelings. You didn't learn how to manage your emotions. And then if you dive into what they've been through, it's like, oh, you grew up in a house with all women.
Let me ask you this.
That's why you were scared.
Let me ask you this. And this is I guess, I don't know what you want to call it, but have you ever studied numerology?
No.
So there's this numerologist out there, and it's basically the study of numbers, understanding when you were born, times and things of that nature. So the thought was, they said most people that we know were born in the 19-something. They had a 1. 1 is considered to be the leader, the masculine number, if you will. And he said, now this newer generation have 2s everywhere. And you wonder why you have so much feminine energy. You have to take in consideration the signs that they're born under, or the times, the numbers. So I said all that to say, not only do we have the not a lot of, even if I remember a time that maybe your mother did raise you, but you had a grandfather, you had some uncles, some cousins that will come and get you together. Right. What happened to that?
Man, you know what happened to that? Family died.
Yeah.
It's like the family died when the elders died. And I see it all the time. Like, there's certain people that's in my family that I'm like, damn, like, we don't even talk no more. Last time I talked to you, it was like 5 years ago. We live in the same town. And I'm thinking like, damn, I think it's that. It's the rat race. It's social media. You ain't got to be in person to connect with nobody no more. It's all of that. It's a perfect storm for bullshit.
So my question is, okay, what do we do? Like, what do we do?
Well, for me, I don't know. I think I was raised a little different. Like, even when I was a kid, it was always like understood that, like, you got your grandpa, you got your uncle, then you next. It was never from my other little cousins, none of that. It was always me. So my mentality is always just to be that person. That's why I've been getting everybody Christmas gifts for the past, I don't know, 15, 17 years, something like that. When my other cousins don't get nothing. They don't get anything for anybody. Sometimes not even their own kid.
Who? So did you have somebody that you saw do that before you started doing it?
Yeah. My uncle used to do that. He used to come show up with $100 bill for everybody.
So that's beautiful. Me and a friend had a conversation, and she kind of said some of the same thing you just said, that a lot of the stuff back then we don't see it anymore. And she said, you can go to the barbecue and be like, I remember when grandma and them was around, all the sodas would have been here, all this different stuff, and we're looking for grandma and them. They're gone. Yeah, but who was going to pick up the torch? The thing is, you know what I'm saying? Somebody. And I think that's what we're failing at. We're not mentoring. We're not preparing the next generation to, this is what you're going to have to do, or this is what you should do. We don't have anybody that stepped up. Those slots are empty.
That's true. And then I also think people are finding it hard to deal with the fact that you are the age that you are.
Yeah, most definitely.
I've had conversations with women that's in their 50s and they still talk like 20-year-olds. And I'm looking at them like, bitch, how old are you? Like, why you sound like that right now?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on? Like, you didn't learn anything? No. Or if it was like it's certain dudes that's older than me, they be like, big homie, big bro. I'm like, bro, you got about 12 years on me. Why are you talking like that? But that's just their mindset. They don't grow past a certain age. Jordan Peterson said that one time. You familiar with Jordan Peterson?
You gotta explain. I don't know.
You gotta check him out. He's a Canadian, what is he? Psychology professor, I believe. He's from Canada. And he blew up because he refused to call his students their pronouns or whatever.
Okay.
And after a while, like, he getting like $200,000 per speech. Like, he's super rich now, got books and all that stuff. But anyway, So he basically was describing the fact that a lot of women don't mature past like 14, 15. Their puberty stage. Like they don't mature past that because at that point, that's when dudes start lying to them, telling them whatever they want to hear. Happy wife, happy life starts at that point because they trying to get something out of you. They trying to tell you what you want to hear. Even their fathers start doing it to keep you from leaving and going to, do you or whatever. They start telling you what you want to hear. They start bending to your rule. That's why you got all these women. I mean, that's why you got all these fathers. They got like young daughters that they buy whatever they want, give them whatever they want, all this other shit. And they call it a good dad, which to me, enabling is never good.
So what do they think in him doing that? Why does that stop her from mentally growing past 14?
Because accountability stops. When you stop holding somebody accountable, they can do whatever they want. It's just like if I handed you $1 billion today and said, not only am I going to hand you $1 billion, but you can break whatever law you want. You're going to break some laws. 9 times out of 10, you're going to break some damn laws and you're going to feel untouchable. Eventually, you're going to feel like you're a god amongst people. And a lot of times that elevation above, other people, especially pretty women, gorgeous women. Let me tell you something. When they have that type of mindset, not you, like you don't have that type of mindset, but I'm just saying. Thank
you. He said I was pretty.
When they have that type of mindset where they just like, I can use him for that and I can use this guy for that and nothing's going to happen to me, It's like, it's written in how you act. How many women do you know that'll walk up and punch a man in his face? He could be 6'5". It don't matter. She'll punch him in his face. But the second a female get in her face, she don't want no smoke. Because she know with that female, ain't nobody going to come save you, none of that. So, that accountability is at your door.
So when you say accountability, does she not think there's repercussions for what she does?
Of course not.
So that's what we define it, accountability.
Accountability is just being accountable for your actions. Like, you can't do whatever you want to do and nothing ever happens. Like, that's why you get into arguments with women over the abortion thing. They want to argue that, it's so wrong that you trying to tell me what to do with my body, blah, blah, blah. That's how they like to frame it. But ultimately, all they saying is, now you have to be as accountable as a dude. And not only that, but you have to be less accountable than a dude because when you ovulating, you got 40 different types of birth control.
You're cutting up.
You know what I'm saying? You control access to sex as a female. Let's be real. That you get to decide who has sex. A woman can be butt ass ugly, 300 pounds, nigga, and she can go out and fuck somebody tonight. If a dude is butt ass ugly, 300 pounds, that man got to be rich. He got to work at something. He got to do some type of work. He ain't got to do nothing. So women control access to sex. So if you just being reckless with that, you reckless with anything. You going to be reckless with who you let inside your body? Are you crazy? But then they say, as a man, you shouldn't speak on it. Why? If you choose to have the baby, then I'm going to have to pay for it. I'm going to still have to be a father. Why can't I have a say-so? Nah, that's crazy talk to me. Now, it's her body, her choice, right?
Right.
Okay. Then why do you have an issue, so much of an issue, that you want to advocate for killing babies? Why?
I'm going to say this. I don't think... See, the way you say things is so... like gut punching, that you're calling it accountability. I'm going to say, I think as women, we live outside. We live in a fantasy. We've been sold a fantasy.
See, that's bullshit.
Well, it's just reality, right? We're seeing it. I mean, like, I believed in it. However, life taught me different. So when you live in this fantasy, you don't take in consideration certain things. You never think beyond your point of view or your perspective. That takes maturity and living through some things. I had to get almost killed, go through some horrible relationships, even after I had the ability to love again. And I still couldn't see myself. I still couldn't think besides like what Keyairra felt. I never stopped to think. I was having a conversation with my stepfather.
Glad
and
you said that.
I thank God for this because he said, I was really upset about a relationship that I had gotten out of, and it just didn't work out. And I was really hurt. And he said, well, you thinking about it from your point of view, did you ever stop to think about? And then he started pointing out all these different things. And I was like, this is a black man. He done been through this. He done been through that. He got to come home and do all that. Have you ever stopped to think about? And I never did because nobody taught me. It's other people having other issues besides you, and you just can't see it from your point of view. I say this all the time. They talking about, I'm a firm believer, and it's a book called The 5 Love Languages, but it speaks about how you show the other person you love them or vice versa. You have to be willing to be bilingual in any kind of relationship you're in, friendships, whatever. People may not know what you know, but you still have to stop and take in consideration their side of things. Okay, if it had happened the other way, how would I feel? But I've experienced people that's one mind, like just self-seeking and all about themselves. You never stop to think about the other person. All you can think about is woe is me and what happened to me. But my stepfather had to come to me to help me see that other perspective. So I'm going to say this. I think where a lot of women, they didn't teach us how to think about it on the other side of things and not necessarily always be the victim.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, back to full circle. At 15, 14, 16, dudes is telling whatever the fuck they want to hear. Whatever they want to hear. And it's gotten to the point where not only that, but women are telling what they want to hear. That's why you see 300, 400, 500-pound chicks online talking about, yes, bitch, I'm a baddie. Why y'all lying? You selling a fake dream. You're not helping this person. You're not helping them get better. Look at the girl that the Uber driver, the Lyft girl. You seen her?
I did see something on.
What did she die? And y'all been hyping her up, telling her how good she look, and she 500 pounds, and she only like 5 feet tall. That's wild.
I think a lot of people, they like. My mom says this too. You have to get comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations.
Of course.
And people don't want to be the person that has to be the person that tell you the uncomfortable thing. But my aunt used to say this all the time, and I keep putting out there because I say I'm a gumbo baby. I got a lot of stuff on the inside of me that other people instilled in me, and then I've had life, and life has given me revelation. But she used to say all the time, "Don't tell me it's my breath that's stinking, and you know it's my feet."
What the fuck that mean?
You did. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. Don't tell a person they feet stinking and you know it's their breath that's stinking. Yeah. People are willing, they will make you be thrown all way off. You're pretty. Yeah, you got a pretty face, but let's talk about your health. Yeah. That's telling you your feet stinking.
Okay, I see
really
what your breath.
That's not, you know how's that gonna fix the problem by telling you your feet stinking? No, you can go wash them all day long. We still gonna smell the same thing because you haven't gotten to the root of it. Yeah. That's the uncomfortable conversation that we're not having.
Exactly. See, that's the whole point. I believe the centerpiece of this podcast. I want to talk about some real uncomfortable shit. And a lot of times when people have an issue with what I post on Facebook, like I was talking to Keelan, he think I'm trolling. No, I'm not.
About what?
I just think random things I post. I post things about women. I post things about gay people. I post things about all type of stuff. And my purpose is to make people think. It's almost like I'm trying to convince them that if they pass over this tough mountain, this tough journey, that it's paradise on the other side.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to convince them because I've seen it. I've done the work. I've done the research. I've read the books. And I'm like, it was so many questions that I had as a kid. I'm like, why are we like this? Like, why are we the same way that we were when Malcolm X was talking to us in the 60s? Why are we like this? Yeah, but I'm just saying, why we have the same ideals passed down, the same bullshit generation. And then I started thinking, I'm like, and this happened when my son was born. So we talking about like a 9-year journey. I'm sitting there like, I want him to have a better life than what I had. That's the point. And I wish I wish that I had parents that thought the same way. I think my parents more likely they wanted that, but they didn't know how to make it happen. And on top of that, they didn't want it the way I want it. Like, it's easy for somebody to say, or they wanted the same things when they're not the one that's wanting it more.
Right.
It's like if I'm starving and you're just hungry, we go into a place to eat. You can't tell me how to eat because motherfucker, I'm starving. Yeah. It's like when I talk about my kid, I'm like, man, when I was a kid, I used to know what it felt like when your parents don't show up to your game. I used to know what it felt like when, you gotta ask this person to ask that person to get something done or whatever. It's like, my son would never know what that's like. He ain't never played a game. I think he played one game without me. One game. I had to go out of town for something. But other than that, in 5 seasons, in 2 sports, I've never missed a single game. I don't believe in that type of stuff. I think that type of dedication should be applied to everything. So when I'm talking about all this stuff, whether it be the black family, whether it be the state of women and men or whatever, they think, oh, this is just gender war shit. Or are you trying to be the next Kevin Samuels? And it's that like, no, man, I see where this is going. I don't want to be in a situation where my son might like a girl in the future and he get killed for it. I don't want to be in a situation where, my daughter is going hopping from dick to dick and next you know she on OnlyFans. No. I'm sorry. She going for dude to dude. Next you know she on OnlyFans because Cardi B told her it was cool to do. Or the lady down the street told her that's perfectly fine. Like, what type of world do we live in when we just accept whatever people throw at us and just eat it up? It's like, nah. Malcolm X said it a long time ago. He's a hard man on the women. He's hard on the women because he understands that how important they are. You're the first teacher of the child. If you want to change the next generation, you have to get to the mind of the woman. Look at what they're doing to our women. Remember his speech? He was like, what's happening to our women? What's happening to our women? It's like, at that time, it was like junkies, prostitutes on corner, stuff like that. That was the first time they ever seen that from black women. You got to think about it. Jim Crow era and all this stuff. If it was women at whorehouses, they was in the whorehouse. They didn't go nowhere else. Yeah. They was out on the streets, messing with all different types of races, bringing in all types of diseases, all this other stuff for the sake of money. They made us worship this shit. That's why I can't wait until the fucking dollar crash because I can't stand it.
Well, they gonna have to do something else. Oh, then we gonna have that conversation. It's real.
I can't wait, man. Because let's be real, man.
And it's closer than we all are. If you ain't into Bitcoins, and you better figure you a way. And that's another story. But figure you a way to cross over because it's happening as we're speaking.
Right, we seen them throw their dollars out in the street in Venezuela. It means nothing. Nothing.
But this is the thing. This is what we don't realize. It never has.
Yeah.
No, the Bible told you that a long time ago. It's the love of it.
You control what you can control with your people. Check your feelings at the door and figure out a way to fix it. Like, look at Black Wall Street. Look at any type of black movement that we ever had. We did it through unity. How do we get to a point where we just like, the person I really don't trust is the one that look like me? Yeah. The person I really don't trust is the one I share blood with, that I was raised with and grew up with. We got the same grandma. We got our ass whooped together. We ate the same food. That's the one I really don't trust. Man, we sick. We sick, man. And to sit back and act like we not, that's crazy to me. That's why I sit back and I watch people on Facebook. I'm sorry, I'm ranting.
No, you good, because it's true.
I sit back and I watch people on Facebook. I'm like, man, you did the same shit. You've been doing the same shit for the past 8-9 years. You have not elevated. You have not grown. You have not done anything new. I've seen people that won't take care of their own kids for years at a time. Like, nigga, you was a bum 6 years ago. I can see if, you just got out of jail or you went through a hard time, whatever, you can't get them none for Christmas. All right, bro. Everybody go through it. But if you letting it happen year after year after year, bro, you sad.
Well, this is the question. Okay, they keep doing this, perpetuating the same behavior. It's just like if you go back to psychology, and I think it was like I don't know, they did some experiment with the dog. I think the dog was on a chain all this time, just going around and around and around, but it got conditioned to it, right? And they finally took the chain off the dog. But the dog didn't realize the chain was broken, but it still stayed in the confines of where if the chain was on him. I said that to say you have some people that's stuck in cycles and just doing the same thing because nobody has taken them. Some people, and they may never come to you, but you can see you've been conditioned. Let me tap you in and say, hey, you really can go beyond this tree. Right. But they don't think that. And the things that's normal to you, because you're a natural leader, you can see God has given you the ability to have vision. That's why you are so drawn. I'm sure you've been in situations trying to help people and they don't want to help themselves. You've been called to that because you see beyond where they see. You've been called my whole damn life. But you can't run from it. And you ain't going to be able to save everybody, but you are able to see that for a reason. Those are the same people that you're probably supposed to tap and say, hey, you do know you can go beyond this tree. Let me show you. Now, but that's what you've been called to do.
And that's the most frustrating part. Because I kid you not, I've been saying the same exact thing since I was 17 years old. I used to tell them all the time, bro, we finna be big. We finna do this. We finna do that. Look, just think. Like, all we got to do is this. All we got to do is that. They listen for a little bit. Next you know, they off to the next. It's like.
So you gave them too much of the vision.
That. Then it's like, I remember telling certain people, like, on the block, like, bro, you know that same van just came through here, like, several times. Where they taking this crack to? Yeah. They not smoking at that fast, man, and y'all niggas just keep running to this van. And I kid you not, 2 months later, a month later, indicted. Everybody I told not to. Then it's little things like my cousin, the one that I'm closest with, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It was certain things that I saw in the people he was hanging with, and I'm like, that's a bitch, dog. That's a snitch. He gonna tell on you. And I told him about this stuff, and lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. Because I seen the flaw in these dudes. And then everybody like, man, you so mean. You always tripping. You know, this is survival, dude. Like, it may be on a smaller scale than going to jail for 10, 15, whatever years. But it's certain things like I'm going to protect my energy. I'm going to protect my time. I'm not going to sit up here and waste nobody's money or take no money out of their kids' mouth. None of that. Like, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in owing nobody no money. I don't believe in none of that. It's just weird to me. I don't. And to me, that's what's missing, because if you really look at all of that stuff, all those faults, all those issues, they come from having feelings. And I'm telling you, feelings are like poison, cancer.
Tell me about it. I'm an emotional. Whoa,
I'm speaking from a man's perspective.
I'm telling you, period.
Yeah, they are to women too sometimes, but I think that's also like y'all life force when it comes to certain things. That's what makes y'all best. Okay. So when it comes to a dude, if you operate only on feelings all the time and you just always in your feelings, it's like, bro, get a backbone, man. like stand up. Fuck you sitting down, laying. No, stand up, man. Like, you don't get to choose. You don't get to sit over here and cry in the corner. None of that. Want to hear that? Like, it's not that hard. Put one foot in front of the other. That ain't that hard. Babies can walk.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, you take a fat ass 600-pound like dude, right? I seen one the other day who was I think a brother and sister, maybe. They was both fat as hell. And they take some pieces to this party, 10 pieces. They done ate 5 on the way to the party, these two.
What?
You saw that?
I've seen that.
And I'm like,
I thought that was crazy.
How you let food kill you, man? All you gotta do is not eat it.
But that's an addiction for them. You got to think about the things that's scientifically going off in their head. It's a lot to play into it.
Addiction is weak. That's an excuse.
I'm just telling you.
That's like me saying, oh, I can't help it. I just want to touch children.
Wait, we got some people out there like that.
I don't give a shit what they feel. That's wrong.
It is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at what point do you draw the line? It's like, oh, I feel like I'm a woman. Like, I don't care what you feel. You're not no woman. Like, oh, I feel like I just can't get away from smoking this crack. I feel like I just can't stop shooting up.
You ain't never been addicted to anything?
Never.
I forgot. I take off my hair hat to you because I forgot. You're not a smoker. You're not a drinker. So with that being said, you will never understand that extra.
Crutch. It's weak.
It may be. I'm gonna tell you something. You told me something that has helped me so much, and I have to tell myself this a lot. It was a couple of weeks ago, and I was telling you I didn't understand why men cheated. I did not get it, and you said it so calmly. You won't.
No. And I'm glad you brought that up because that's perfect timing. That's not an addiction. It can be, but
that's who nature. You are. That's nature.
That's nature.
In my mind, I thought I was addicted to it, but that's right. Your nature.
It's nature to want to eat. It's not nature for you to eat 5 pizzas.
But then you have some people that like sex, and then you have those that are overindulgers of sex. There's always something you can you know what I'm saying? There are
some out there, and it has consequences. STDs, babies, all that is consequences. There's certain things that you can't move like that for so long. It's just like karma.
My whole point, have you ever wanted to overindulge in sex?
What do you mean by overindulge?
I'm saying this because you're saying they should just be able to or want to just stop. It's something in them that makes them want to keep going.
That they can't control. They can't. You know what I think that comes from? Not having enough.
Talk about it.
I think that comes from not having enough.
That's real.
Like there's certain people that, how do I say it? It's going to be hard to explain. But
that's real.
It's like this. If you are used to having frivolous sex, right?
Right.
You haven't reached the full capacity of what sex has to offer, so you're still searching.
Right.
So the only thing you know is pump and sweat. I want a nut. That's it. Sex is so much more than that, man. Once you reach the level where you fully make love to a woman and you passionate and you get lost in her and all this other shit, you're going to be wanting that, and you realize that's worth waiting for.
That's beautiful.
You're not going, not saying that you're going to just stick to that one woman. You might fall off with that woman, not having that peak anymore. You might just want something different, but whatever. That don't mean that you're going to go out constantly searching. Like, I got a friend of mine, this nigga over 1,000 body count. Probably 2. And every day. And I'm like,
do you think something wrong with that person? Because I'll be sad for my friends.
It's something wrong with him, but I know what it is. He ain't never made love to a woman.
Oh, okay.
He never has. He just fucked. That's it.
Oh.
And that's all he know. And it's like, I get it. But what really did it, though, is a chick broke his heart really early.
Okay.
I mean, shattered it. And I ain't going to tell you who it is or whatever. Just know that it was the ultimate betrayal type move. And he was in love with the chick. And ever since then, he like, man, fuck these bitches.
And that's another thing. Y'all get y'all heart broke once and
we different.
And it's over. Women, we can rebuild it, break it, rebuild it. Like,
yeah. We different. Like, what's harder, a rubber band or a glass?
It depends.
No, you can't squish no glass between your fingertips. Right. You can do that with a rubber band. Right. With a rubber band can stretch, keep stretching.
But you said which one is harder? Okay, if I have a glass right now, the impact of the glass or feeling it will be harder. But if I take that rubber band and hit you with it, you're going to say that was harder.
If I take a glass and hit you with it, you would rather have a rubber band. That's all I'm saying.
Indeed.
That's all I'm saying.
Indeed.
So if, like, it's a completely different type of thing when you talk about sexual addiction. Because like I said, food is natural.
Sex is natural.
It is. Eating 3 fucking pieces and shit, knowing that you about to die is not natural.
Well, humping all these people and you could die is not natural.
See,
but you have
different.
to take into account that there's something extra on the inside of these people that we don't deal with, but they do.
If you moving around unprotected, just fucking anything, that's something wrong. Something wrong with you.
And if you eating just any and everything, something wrong with you.
That too.
That's all I'm trying to say. Something wrong with you.
Well, you switching it back to the rainbow shit. But
what you talking about, Willis? What you talking about, Willis?
I was just saying, let's talk about that for a second too. Testosterone. Okay. I believe the way you fix black people is if you have more quality black people.
Yeah.
So if you are producing more quality black people and you're intentional about what you're bringing forth as far as the next generation, that's the only way to fix it. You don't fix it by, I'm a move into this new house in this white neighborhood and fuck them niggas. You don't fix it by, I'm going to give them some trinkets here and there. You don't fix it by, I'm going to kiss their ass and tell them what they want to hear. Nah, that shit is over with. We are sick. We really sick. So the only way you fix it is if you have more black people that are up substance, quality over quantity. And that's when you get the quantity later. Because if you think about it, civilizations that work, a lot of times they got like they have a certain hierarchy or chain of command that's not broken. It's almost like if you take a car, you don't try to put the damn engine where the transmission's supposed to be. It ain't gonna work. So how the hell do they figure we gonna work when all these families is matriarchal? We're the only people that's like that, matriarchal, where the woman is seen as the leader, the head, da 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 da. Think about it. When Grandpa died, y'all give a fuck, but y'all don't really give that much of a fuck.
Right.
But when Grandma died, oh my God, the world has ended.
Yeah.
And the crazy part is, y'all feel that way towards Grandpa, because y'all think Grandma is this big victim and this, that, and other. Grandpa that ran around on all this other shit. That man probably loved the shit out of her and took care of her all this time, would die for her, all that. My grandpa, he died from a broken heart. My grandpa died 7 months later.
Wow.
Just gave up, pretty much. Died from a broken heart. And he got all type of outside kids.
Well, this is another thing you have to take in consideration. The parent or whoever is around you more, that's typically whose side you're going to take. We never heard, I ain't never heard grandfather. I ain't never talked to Joseph, God rest his soul, to hear his side of anything. All I know is grandma. I saw what she went through. I had conversations. A lot of times, you don't take in consideration grandpa because let's be real. How many grandkids, you knew your grandfather, that's different, but typically you don't really know granddaddy because he don't talk. When he come home, he had probably been over 2 or 5 different families' houses he had to visit. And by the time he get home, he gonna take a bath and go to bed. You don't know.
You know what he doing at the mother houses? Talking, getting respect, being treated like a king. Probably. I
ain't say why. What happened at the house? I'm just telling you, they didn't know grandfather to be able to say, well, you did so and so too, grand.
And I think that was wrong. I think that's wrong on his part. How the fuck you sit around and just accept being second in your house? How? You supposed to be the king over here. What you doing, man? You let these kids respect her way more than they respect you. Hell no. That ain't how I'm finna be at all.
You know that.
I'm just saying, like, that's backwards. And I think a lot of the times people mistake what I'm saying as misogyny. And misogyny means hatred of women, which is clearly not the fucking truth. I don't like hoes. I don't like disrespectful women. I don't like none of that.
Have you ever liked a hoe?
No. But you know this? A hoe taught me the biggest lesson in my life.
Come on.
I'm going to tell you, a hoe taught me something that I believe every man needs to learn.
Come on and teach it. See, you learned it.
I used to be wide open, romantic, care about, love feeling like women are sweet. They show you they sweet. You got to treat them with all this sweet respect and all this love and attention and shit. Man, I sat there and watched a bitch tell me some shit to my face, and I believed it while she crying everything. And when damn well she was lying through her teeth.
It took you that long to realize?
No. I had to see it for myself. Just how heinous and fucked up a person could be. And this same chick, I ended up seeing her on video with somebody. And I was like, damn, y'all like this? And it taught me like, nah, there's queens, there's women, there's girls, and there's hoes. Hoes is the worst type of fucking female that there is.
Why?
Because everything about them goes against their essence. It's just like a dude being...
Okay.
Like you the worst type because you just turn your back on what made you what you are. You turn your back on your masculinity. You never turn your back on your manhood. And hoes turn their back on their womanhood.
So I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here.
Okay.
What is the woman? What's her womanhood or being a woman? Because again, we talked about we don't have a lot of role models. So we could tell them they wrong, but what is the example of right? So tell me what is it turning their back on?
Their essence, their nature, their femininity, their softness. A woman's value is gauged on what they don't do. A man's value is gauged on what he does do. If you're not producing as a man, you're worthless. Mm-hmm. Women have to produce a whole lot. They just have to be able to deal with that person that's producing. Mm-hmm. You don't have to compete with them, none of that shit. It's like, keep your fucking leg closed, keep your mouth shut, stay fit, stay feminine. That's usually all we want. Oh, and have some babies.
What
else the fuck we want? Huh?
Some men don't want. I said she can't, and some men don't want babies, but that's another story.
Yeah, some of them don't. I mean, but that I don't think that's the majority. I think that's against nature. I think most dudes want their seed to carry on.
And you know what? I got to thank you for something because I remember when I was battling with the idea, did I still want to produce? And I was like, Cobra, the world is so messed up. Have you seen these people? And you was like,
but you still got to. You still got to though.
Tell them why. What you tell? I hope
because
you said
Elon Musk said the truthful. Said, man, and when he did the math, everybody started believing him because he's Elon Musk. But other people said it before. We're not replacing people the way that they're. At the rate that we need to replace them. Yeah. Like when we get into our older ages, there will be nobody to take care of us in a nursing home. Wow. And then society is becoming more and more selfish. So them old people just gonna be getting thrown by the wayside.
Well, you told me this. You said we had to put more people out like ourselves because and that's what made me think. Okay, just because the world bad don't mean I have to produce a bad seed. But
see, you. I know this is a double-edged sword because they say, women that are single moms, they produce the worst kids, all sorts of stuff. But if you could produce a kid with somebody that you trust, it ain't got to be about love, it ain't got to be nothing, and y'all create a great kid, that'd be amazing. That's where the foundation should start. Like, it's been times where I might have been in love with a woman or whatever. I don't want no kids with you because we ain't gonna agree. We ain't gonna be eye to eye on nothing. Hell no. This is gonna be a fucking disaster. No. And they couldn't take it.
Why? Because you didn't want to have no babies?
Yeah, like some kids with you. See how your kids is?
Oh, wow.
Raising no damn monsters? No.
Oh, wow. But see, I like the fact that you thought about that. And I'm that kind of way too. I'm believing for a husband, but I'm still stuck at the age that I'm at. And I feel like, what am I going to do? But
Stop looking for perfect.
I'm not looking for perfect. I just want him to know who he is.
You want the nigga to be in church, don't cheat, got some money, handsome. You want the nigga to be perfect.
Did I ever tell you this is what I want on it?
No, but I can pretty much guess. Am I wrong?
You're wrong.
Okay, what you looking for?
I need a man that knows God.
See,
he got to know God. He got to. He got to know God. He needs some money or have a master plan, meaning you're working towards something. He needs to be a man that has vision.
You already battling wrong right there.
He need vision?
No, most niggas in church is gay.
Oh, we can't talk about the church right now. I'm telling you what I need, and then you supposed to come back.
I'm just saying, like, you already looking in the wrong place. Like,
I'm open though, Cobra.
Most niggas that be in church, think about it, they all usually Tyler Perry-ish niggas, right?
No,
they usually very feminine, and they trying to, run from something, so they run to the church, whether it be something internal or something that they dealing with.
So are you trying to help me find a husband or just somebody?
Yeah, you need a husband.
Anyway, I said he has to know God.
Oh, so what you mean, a husband like under the law, or like a husband in your heart? That's two different things.
I still have a desire to be an attorney, so I believe in the laws of the land. I actually want to start changing the laws of the land by working with legislation. Uh-huh. So you're talking to a woman that believes in the laws of the land. Wrong answer. Cute bark, wrong tree. But anyway, I feel like I've opened up. We've had some great conversation. That's another thing. I'm going to give him his men can have flowers, they roses or whatever. This man has helped me understand a lot more about men because there's a lot of stuff that I did not know. And I feel like it was 7 years ago he had to tell me that I wasn't emotionally mature. You always bring that. I'm glad you told me that because I didn't know. You know, it's a lot of things. I didn't have a lot of relationships, so I didn't have a lot of practice. And with that, it's just a lot of things that I did not know. And I want to say this. People think I'm crazy when I talk to you. They be like, how you talk to Cobra? Cobra talk about women online like he hate them. And I just say, y'all just don't understand them. But at the end of the day, I have to say thank you because I don't think you realize the people that need to hear you. You're helping father some women that never got fathered in that type of way. Yeah. I know you get some backlash, but you are helping some people that have an ear to hear you. Some things I did not know about myself until the conversations we had. So I appreciate you for loving me enough to correct me. And I'm thankful I could hear you because the first time I heard that, I got a little offended. I'm like, what?
You know what it is? You worked it, though. That's what it is. You worked it. It's a lot. Like, you think I'm finna see some of these ratchet ass hoes that go to the club with their titties out. I'm going to talk to them. No, you not worth it. You not even worth my time. You're not worth no dude time if you're not worth it to yourself. You don't even respect your own self.
Ooh, that's tight.
Like, that's just real. Like, how you going to expect the dude to respect you? You don't respect yourself. That's insane to me.
That is. You got a point when you bring it that way.
That's like me going out to the club with all these stacks of money, jewelry, all this other stuff, and being mad that I found a gold digger. You just want me for my money. Well, duh, nigga.
That's that accountability.
She got her ass out, titties out, everything, not respecting herself at all. Don't look like she worth $2. And she mad and she hurt because you wanted to hit and quit. Nigga, duh. Like, what world do you live in? But see, I look at somebody like you, I'm like, I want to see her have a kid. I think she'll be an awesome mom. I think she'd be an awesome wife, all this stuff. I mean, that's what your life is basically for. I mean, you wasn't sleeping around or, attached to this guy, that guy, blah, 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 blah. Like, no. And that's the thing. When I'm talking about good women, a lot of y'all try to put women in that category that don't fucking belong. I can't stand that. Oh, every woman's a good woman. Oh, shit. Care what you say. I don't give a damn if she's somebody's grandma. If she was a hoe back in the day, she's still a hoe.
Oh, Lord.
She can't go back and take them penises out of her, man. Like, let's be real. She wasn't shit. Like, let's be real. It's some ain't shit bitches out here. Just like it's some ain't shit niggas out here. That's just the truth. But see, y'all see me say that and y'all get mad. Like, why are you mad?
So the question is, okay, they didn't know who they were back then and they lived loosely. How do they change change the trajectory of their lives.
Find a sucker. There's plenty of suckers out here.
But we have this is the thing. I think there used to be a hole that has evolved should help other young girls that's in holes.
Absolutely.
Not hole as much.
Absolutely.
I think that's why you go through things in life so you can be able to reach that person.
That's no different than a nigga that used to sell drugs and trying to keep niggas not to sell drugs. No different than a nigga that was locked up and trying to keep niggas out when they leave. There's no different. Like, but the problem is, y'all got an issue. Females, y'all got an issue with holding other females accountable. Dudes, we don't do that. Like, I just heard the other night that one of my homies was being a deadbeat on Father's Day. You know, I called him immediately. He ain't answer, but I'm gonna get this nigga on the phone. Cause what is wrong with you, man? What you had your kids for? You don't want them. Like, I don't have no homies that's deadbeats, but as soon as I hear that, I'm like, nah, we got a conversation, bro. Because I'm going to tell you something that I don't care how you feel. I don't care if we friends or not. If you want a box, we can do that too. But you wrong. Period.
Hard conversations, but a lot of people ain't willing to have it.
That's what I'm saying. And
accountability.
That's what I'm saying. And just like that, one of my homies can come check me if I'm messing up. Because my feelings ain't in it like that.
Ooh, that's good. That's something right there.
These dudes, they so sensitive and all that. I'm like, I can't get with it.
That's a good quote. You need to ask yourself every day, those that want to evolve, am I checkable? Can somebody come and check you and you not get so offended that you want to go off and punch them in the eye? Will you be able to take the check and look back at yourself and change or take in consideration what the person is taking?
Of course. We're going to definitely have a conversation.
That's what we all need to ask ourselves. Yeah. Am I checkable? Like, for real. I don't know if I was, but I'm better, Lord.
Yeah, I mean, if you doing something wrong, you're doing something wrong. Now, I'm not finna get in your relationship about how you and your woman get down, none of that. There's certain things is off limits. But like, if you beating up your woman or something like that, I'm gonna let you know, nigga, you violating, you tripping. The same way I had to let somebody else close to me know. We barely talk to this day because you tripping.
Yeah, I agree.
But, I think that's very necessary that women start stepping up and saying this. Like I told your mom the other day, I'm like, Shahrazad Ali was saying this in 89, 90. It's 35 years later and it's the same shit. It's just getting worse. And everybody killed her for it. Men, women, In Living Color made skits about this woman, how she tripping. Y'all was just blind. She knew it. She knew everything before y'all knew it. Maybe y'all should stop cussing. Maybe y'all should shut up and listen to somebody sometime. Just listen. It ain't gonna hurt you. I don't know. And that's the thing about the world today is like, it's almost like people are AI. People are creating their own reality. And I'm like, the hell am I watching?
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Like, man, I know this one chick, man. And I'm talking about, she ain't never been shit. Never. Everybody knows she's a hoe. Everybody know the hoes hood to hit her. Man, I said something to her one time. What, me? Yeah, you. She like, why you say that? Are you fucking kidding me? Well, so who told you that that's good, acceptable behavior?
Who told her it was bad?
Exactly. So who told you that it was either or? But deep down, you moving wrong. If you didn't, you would be sneaking around all the time.
That's a way of putting it.
Come on, man.
They should know.
It's certain stuff like that. And then they'll look at me like I'm wrong. All right.
Because you have to take in consideration, too. People are watching bad behavior get applauded, getting you big bucks. So how you gonna tell me it's wrong? This is what society says is okay. And it's so much okay, they'll pay you big bucks to do it. And the people that really got a message and whatever, the real artists struggling. Like, let's be for real.
Ain't that crazy? Ain't that nuts?
So when I ask you who told her it was bad, she doing what society says cool. How dare you say this is not
I get
good?
that to a certain extent, but at a certain point, you gotta know. It's like when I was a kid, I used to see niggas that was drug dealers, and I wanted to be like, because I'm like, dang, this nigga got the car, he got the money, he got the house. I need to do that. Never even fathomed that it was wrong.
Right.
Never thought about it, no none of that. By that time, I done already sold me a few bags. I'm like, this ain't wrong. This ain't like, I ain't forcing them to do nothing. This ain't rape. This ain't murder. This ain't none of that. But then if too many people are doing it, it's like, oh, you start to see the erosion of the community. You start seeing everything fall apart. It's just like if I throw a piece of trash out the window, it's nothing.
Right.
On the interstate, nothing ain't gonna hurt nobody. But what if every car that rolled past threw trash out the window?
Right.
You can't pick it up fast enough.
Right.
That's what's going on. It's too much trash out here. And everybody's just like, oh, I don't see that trash. I'm going to just shut up. I don't see that trash. You tripping. You got something to say. I got kids. I live in this community too. I give a fuck about my people too. You might not care. You might rather spend your money on a bottle or get the new Balenciaga shoes or go buy you a gun or something. You might care about that. But I give a damn about the next generation. I don't give a fuck about you grown people. Like, when I started doing Water Mayhem, it was literally because I was outside one day. It was a summer, beautiful day, and I saw nobody outside. And I'm like, when I was a kid, you never saw this.
Wow.
And then I seen a little dude on the porch. He's like 11, 12 years old, smoking a cigarette. I mean, what the fuck you doing? Don't know who he is, none of that. He didn't know me. But I'm like, little boy, give me this goddamn cigarette. And walked off. And I immediately said, man, we got to get these kids outside. They got to see something. They got to have fun, something. But I'm saying, back to what I was saying, everything that they creating in their minds, they spreading this bullshit to other people, having them think it's real. You got people out here to say Michael Jordan wasn't a great basketball player.
Oh, we're not going to have that conversation.
I'm just saying that's something that was always universal and consensus from people that had common sense. There's people that say Michael Jackson's not a great performer.
How?
I'm just saying, like, at what point did your feelings like create your own reality? What?
But you know, they've been trained for some time not to think that. I mean, people are emotional, but they're clueless and brainless as well. Yeah. So with that being said, people, what everybody else is saying, they're going to mimic that. They don't think beyond what they see or what they feel. I mean, I'm like James Brown. If it sounds good and it feels good, it must be music. Yeah. If he was playing good and winning good, he had to be a star. Everybody knows that. But you'll have these conversations with this generation, and they'll swear it ain't Michael Jordan. And I'm tired of having the conversation. We done? You didn't start it.
It was not. It wasn't me.
But you got the audio.
Yeah, I got the audio. God damn it. That's cool. We can use that. What's wrong now?
What the fuck happened? What we gonna do?
It's all right. Damn. All right. We good. We started having a good ass conversation.
Oh, wow.
Yo. I don't know what's going on with my damn Sony camera. I'm going to have to switch to the Black Magic camera because for whatever reason, it just stops recording randomly. And I don't know why.
Maybe, have you opened up your audio part of your podcast?
Yeah, we good. We going to post the audio.
Yeah.
We can just post the audio.
I don't know what we were just talking.
What is that? An hour and 17 minutes? God damn.
That was good.
Anyway.
We talking about people in their delusion.
This is us. Y'all haven't seen us. This is us. God damn. What are we talking about, man? Damn. I just happened to look over. I'm like, that red shit ain't on there.
It ain't never been on there.
It was. I remember pressing record. When I pressed that one, I went up and pressed the record button. I looked at it and everything. But the other day, when me and Keyairra had started our podcast, we got like 17 minutes in, and it just quit.
I told you. It's a 30-minute. You got to start doing 30 minutes.
Anyway, what were we talking about? We talking about people creating their own reality. And you have a lot of people out here just saying something so much to the point where you believe it. And I just don't. I can't get with that. I know better. You ever heard of the Mandela effect?
Yes, I have. Uh-huh. But some of that stuff that they show, like I've seen some on YouTube, and they're showing you different things. I think it really was the way we remember it to be.
Oh, of course. Like the whole Shazam, whatever it was, the Sinbad movie.
Uh-huh.
Definitely remember that. Like, I don't know what y'all talking about. And the one that got me was Berenstain Bears.
Yes.
I'm like, dude, y'all just making shit up. I remember spelling that shit and wondering why Steen was spelled like that.
Cobre. When I saw that, I said, now either I'm retarded. Either I'm slow.
Retarded.
Or, but do you think it really was that way? And then they slowly make changes to see how disconnected we're becoming. They got something planned for y'all. I'm not, they don't have it planned for me, but for y'all. I think they're really doing that to see how much zombified most people are because they got something in store.
Just going along with it.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that way about Flat Earth too. Like you got people that truly was going with that, believe Flat Earth and all that. This dude said something to me one time. He was like, a Flat Earth documentary won a Golden Globe. I think for a second, I'm like, damn, that's fucking crazy. You imagine that? You won a Golden Globe.
No, but you're Flat Earth.
Yeah, with your Flat Earth bullshit. That's wild.
That's
deep.
Yeah,
it's garbage, man. I think people care more about the attention over anything. That's why you got people like the Nutella guy. You see him?
Mm-mm.
This dude covers himself in Nutella all around his face. Nutella man, all in his car with Nutella all over his face.
Has he gotten a lot of views?
Yeah, people view it.
Oh, he needs the money.
Yeah. You ever seen Idiocracy? Yeah, I brought this up on the podcast before, but Idiocracy is a movie that came out in 2006, and it depicted everything that's going on now.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
It depicted everything from people wearing Crocs,
really,
to people doing ASMR. Like they had a TV show on there where the people just watch people walk around farting. Yeah, people like to hear people whisper in the mics and shit and crumble up papers and watch them eat shit. What the fuck wrong with y'all?
Yeah, I did know that, but what you got? So what's the movie called?
It's called Idiocracy. And the president is a reality star and a wrestler. We got a president that's a reality star.
Well, it's not that they predicted it or anything. They foretold.
Mm-hmm.
They have to tell you what they're going to do before they do it. Did you watch the movie that they said that the Obamas were producers of? I have got to find out what this movie is. Mm. That's what we're going through in 2.2 seconds because I got to figure it out. But it's a really good movie. But it shows some of the same stuff that has started to happen. Mm. They already put it out there. So I said all that to say they was just telling us how our future was going to look. That's just like, what's that one movie? Back to the Future. Have you ever gone back and watched that?
Yeah, I've seen it several times. With like the hoverboard and all that stuff.
I was just so amazed how much of the stuff that we really do right now that they were saying. So I said all that to say, I think a lot of what they're going to do in our society, they put it out there for us to know. It's just, I think it just
invokes ideas. Like, you ever seen Demolition Man?
No.
Well, it's starring Sylvester Stallone and Wesley Snipes. They basically freeze him in 1996, wake him up in 2032.
Oh.
And Sylvester is a cop, and Wesley Snipes is a serial killer or whatever. They wake him up in 2032. I remember watching that thinking like, damn, they got a phone. You can see the person on while you talk to them. And then it just dawned on me one day. I'm like, we got that, but it's mobile. We got exactly what the fuck they were showing. You could call somebody and look at them, but as a kid, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Then it's like self-driving cars.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. And only thing different, like in the future, Taco Bell is like a huge upscale restaurant or some shit like that.
It might be. Taco Bell, you better go watch that and get an idea.
But like mind control was huge. You know, the way they controlled your mind and all that stuff.
And that's real right now.
How they made people extra soft and like they didn't even let them, it was a fine for cussing in public. It was like this little thing will pop out the wall and you've been fined for such and such that every time they say a cuss word or the only music they're allowed to listen to is like old cartoon.
Oh, no.
It's wild. That's where we going though. Music is fucking mumble music and garbage. Ugh. It's crazy.
I don't have much to say about that.
It's crazy. When I was a kid, man, I miss that time, man, because I think that was the perfect balance of everything.
Yeah.
Like, think about it. At that time, we had so many icons. You had like Whitney, Michael Jackson, Mike Tyson, Michael Jordan. You had like major movie stars, boxers, the greatest movies at that time. Like Jurassic Park was something like the first CGI movie that was ever made, and it still holds up to this day. You got Titanic was out at the man. We was killing it.
Yeah,
original shit. That was the best rap era. That was the best R&B era. Like, what happened, man?
What do you mean? What happened? The people changed. They
dumbed
us down, and it don't take much to impress us these days. As long as it's glittering and it look like it's real. Like so many people living on social media, half the stuff, it's not real.
Yeah, it's fake.
The illusion. So
yeah, it definitely is. Let me ask you this: what do you, as a woman, what do you think men want?
You just told me. How hard is it to keep your mouth shut? A woman that doesn't.
I did.
Don't talk.
So you agree?
Well, I mean, why would I disagree? You just told me as a man what a man wants.
Hey, y'all better take fucking notes, okay? Hey, that's some real shit. It's not that complicated. It's really not. Like, if a guy tells you what he wants and he's keeping it real with you, why don't you believe him? Why you try to make him want what you want? That's crazy. I see that all the time. And we're like, nah, he just want this. Nah, he just want that. It's like, no. Or they try to interpret something the way that you don't mean it. It's like, if he comes home and he takes a shower and go to sleep, he really fucking some bitch. He can't be tired.
He could be.
He can't. What's the probability? What's wrong?
She wants to know what's the probability of him being. See, that's how women think.
See, it's wild.
See, I'm telling you, go down a whole rabbit hole. What's the probability he's just tired? What's the probability he's been out humping around, being a horn dog?
But that's wild to me. I mean, that's just one scenario. It could be anything. Like, it could be the food it could be him saying he not hungry. He ain't hungry. I guess he don't like me no more. I guess he hates my cooking. I guess it's like, no, I just ate 2 burritos a couple hours ago. I don't want to eat no more. Maybe I'm on a diet. It could be something. It's like, it's always got to be some bullshit. Man.
But again, it goes back to what I just told you. We weren't originally to think outside of our thoughts. So our somebody else's perspective, let me say that. Yeah. So I think that's what you have there. I have to consider your perspective. That would be her considering, well, maybe he did right.
But it's fine. It's fine. But then when you bring it up and there's got to be an argument, it's like, oh, shit.
You know what? I don't know if it comes with age. And ladies, y'all can comment. I don't have the strength. I don't want to argue. I just, if you say it's that way, Even if I think in my mind, that ain't that, guess what? If you gonna tell me this lie, I'm gonna be, I want to play in it with you.
Yeah.
Even if I think you lying, you right. I don't have the energy.
But you know what though? I think, and we see this depicted in movies all the time. I think relationships can't last unless you go through something. You got to go through something real. And a lot of times it's like, okay, let's say there's a movie and the woman gets kidnapped or whatever. They could have been on the brink of divorce, hate each other, all this stuff. He go and he get her back. What was we mad for? What was we tripping off? A lot of shit be little. It's like, dude, do you love me? Do I love you? Do you want to see yourself without me? Do you want to see these kids without you? This is dumb. The fuck what are we arguing for?
I'm mad.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So we arguing because you're an 8-year-old in your mind. I
don't have an age in my mind. I'm just angry.
Yeah, it's wild. if a guy gets to that point, it's like, all right, man, look, what does it boil down to? Are you a better woman than these hoes out here? Yes. I'm picking you. That's simple. Are you better than these hoes? Yeah, I'm picking you. Because I ain't pressed for no pussy. So, it's that simple. What's hard about that?
What's hard about it?
What?
The innovative thoughts you're having outside of what you just told me.
What do you mean?
A lot of times, a woman can hear you say that, but she still got to fight with the idea, what if it's not what he's saying it is?
See, that's the bullshit. What the better question is, why the fuck I'm gonna jump through hoops to tell you this bullshit, to lie to you, to be with you if I want to be with somebody else?
See, that's too much logic.
I'm just saying, that's common sense. Why would I run around here telling you all this shit just to keep you when I really want to be with somebody else? That's dumb.
You got a point.
It's like me running around here telling you, I really can't stand your cooking, but I'm finna smash this shit. And I never want you to cook nothing else because I can't stand this. It's dumb. It's dumb. Like, that's it. And I think we mess up when we stop telling people, hey, man, that's some stupid shit you just said. It is.
Well, Cobra, I'm finna be like Bill Cosby was when, I don't know if you ever saw this episode on The Cosby Show, but Vanessa gets a boyfriend.
I know what you're talking about. And that's the stupidest thing I ever heard.
Not even just that. She gets a man and he's older than her. And she brings him home and nobody knew about him. Mm-hmm. And the man just felt like the dad didn't like him. And he sat him down and said, what's your favorite meal? And he said, a steak. How you want it? He prepared. He said, well, imagine you have this perfect steak and I put it on a garbage can top and present it to you. He said, would you still want it? He was looking crazy. He said, it's not that I have an issue with you, it's the presentation. I don't think it's what you're giving, it's the presentation that you're giving some people that make them ruffle people's feathers.
And I had that conversation with Keyairra too. When you allow somebody to police your speech, you're allowing them to manipulate you. You're allowing them to have a certain level of control. If I'm not disrespecting you or stepping on your toes in a way, why does it matter how I said it?
You want to know?
What?
How? The question is, are you speaking to be heard or are you speaking to be impactful and life-changing?
Again, is that helpful?
It depends.
Is that helpful? Like, because if you got to sugarcoat something for somebody every time, you're not really telling them what you want to say. Like 50 Cent had this analogy where he said, if I tell you to paint the American flag, right, but you can't use red, you'll have a difficult time.
Yeah. So
sometimes you need to use the words that you're using. You need to use the tone that you're using to convey the message. If I tell, like, I see it all the time. You ever see the videos where the mom will say something, the kid's not listening, the second the dad say something, they jumping up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I ain't doing all that. We not doing that. I'm from a masculine, authoritative position. I know I'm not going to sit up here and pretend to be a female and coddle you and all this other shit. I'm not trying to instill, you being another baby around here. You supposed to be my VP. Like, that's crazy talk to me. I'm just saying that's crazy talk. And if you can't absorb that because your emotions are out of whack or you feeling some type of way, then that's your problem. Seriously. Like, if I said, let me think of a scenario. If I said, if you went to get an oil change and we married, you went to somewhere.
I hope you do.
No, I'm just saying, let's say I was out of town and I sent you to go get this oil change or whatever. And you took it to somewhere that I told you not to take it to. And now I got to pay an extra $50, $60 because you felt like you wanted to take it to this place. I'm like, man, why you do that? That's dumb as hell. But you got some dudes out here that's like, oh, babe, it's okay. It's fine. No, that's dumb. Because she going to do that dumb shit again. She look at you like you a pushover and you a punk and you not an authoritative person. If you just sit here and let her do what the fuck she want to do.
That's not true, because if my husband did that to me, I was like, babe, that's what's closer, but I'll do what you say next time. You speaking, all women don't want to do or be led. A lot of women are not like that. I think the ones that don't want to be led, is their voices are louder than those that are really being led. Because it's real out here.
Ooh, what they want today? They want to be bought. They want their submission to be bought. I give you a prime example. If I say the same shit that a billionaire says, her tone, everything gonna be different because that dude's a billionaire. It doesn't matter how much I love you. It doesn't matter how much I care about your well-being. It doesn't matter how much I protect you. It doesn't matter how good of a father I am. None of the shit I bring to the table matters. Only thing that matters is, oh, he got a mansion. Oh, he can buy me this Birkin bag. He can do this, that, and other. Like, they want to be bought.
You think most women want to be bought?
I'll give you a prime example why. Okay. You had a dude, 35, and you found out he was smashing a 12-year-old.
Oh, Lord.
Would you have respect for this guy?
Oh, no.
You look at him like you disgusting motherfucker. Would not be women that back up R. Kelly for the bullshit he did? Like, nah, it's the parents' fault. How?
But you just said, would I want to be with him? Now,
No. I said, would you have respect for him?
Oh, no. You got a point.
I'm just saying, a lot of them, they'll sit here and be like, oh, well, he's R. Kelly. He can sing and he's rich and I like his music. It's like, so what? Nigga pissed on a child.
Allegedly.
Had sex with a child.
Allegedly.
No, ain't no allegedly. It's on video. I seen it.
He's proven why we're doing this podcast. The yin and the yang is necessary. He said what he said and he means it, and I'm here to clean it up. Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
Hey, R. Kelly is a fucking dirtbag, man. I don't have no respect for that dude.
He doesn't have any respect for him because of the things he chose to do and not going to get help after he went through molestation. See the yin and the yang. I brought you the feminine voice. That's not
the yin or the yang. That's the bullshit right there. You just did.
I'm softening the blow.
Nah, seriously though.
That's what we are sent to do. That's why we are. Our children are over us, because I think the father come and tell the mother, and then she break it down to her kids. Like, this is what your dad was saying, and this is what you need to do, because you just.
I'm just saying, R. Kelly. Look, man, I feel if let's say it was a 35-year-old dude touching my 12-year-old daughter, 13-year-old daughter, he's going to die. He's going to die. There is no other option for him. He's going to die. Everybody, I don't care if he was molested. I don't care what he went through. He's going to die. Because you know what? He's an adult. And adults don't get to make excuses.
That's true. But you said something earlier when we were just speaking. You said young ladies stop growing mentally at the age of 14 because basically the lies and the things they had started to be told.
Start telling whatever they want to hear. Yeah.
Okay, he was a 35-year-old man. Age-wise. But how old do you think he is mentally?
I don't know the nigga, so I can't tell you.
So
I know when he got on, he was in his 20s. So he wasn't no kid when
so you don't know his
started getting all that attention, I guess.
You don't know his traumas.
I don't care about his traumas.
You have to consider the trauma.
Why?
Because your brain will never be the same after
I'm going to tell you why you don't have to consider the trauma, because he's a man. Men don't get to make excuses.
Yes, society, it's not accepted. It's frowned upon when men make excuses. But we still got to consider the science.
I don't care.
You got to consider
So look, if you grew up poor, that means it should be okay for you to rob banks?
It should be understandable.
Why?
Because you grew up and didn't have. And
even if you're an adult.
You have to consider the trauma. You got to consider the trauma.
I'm going to tell you why that's crazy. There's a reason why we have, and you said it, you're a lawyer. So can you argue in the court of law, oh, well, he was molested when he was a child?
That's brought up.
It's going to happen.
It's not saying that it's weighing, has that much weight to the case, but it is brought up for a reason because you have to consider it. That's just like, I don't know if you've ever seen this sign. I'm going to have to send it to you, but the project was, or whatever they was trying to discover, they had some rats, and make a long story short, they did something to the rats. They poisoned the rats with some oranges, and the rats had kids, and the kids didn't eat oranges because their forefathers ate the orange and died. But that it wasn't that the forefathers was there to be able to tell them. It was encoded in their DNA. Trauma changes your DNA. You will never be the same.
Okay, so what do you think should happen to R. Kelly? Think he should be let free?
No.
Why not? It's his trauma.
It's his trauma. However, that's why you have therapy. You have to learn how to cope with these things. It's just like somebody that has something wrong with them physically. Okay, something inside of you is not lining up chemically. That's why they got drugs.
Now, see, I don't think he should be locked up for what he's locked up for. I think he should have been locked up a long time ago for with that kid.
Allegedly.
Now, apparently, he's locked up because Oprah decided to do a documentary for the Me Too movement called Surviving R. Kelly. And since it was attached to the Me Too movement, which is a political agenda, they wanted to lock him up. Same way they did with Harvey Weinstein. They lied on him. Same way they did with Bill Cosby. They fucking lied on him. Like, same thing with Michael Jackson. All of that, they lying on him. Period. They lying on him. But you seen a dude on camera years ago, 20 years ago, having sex with a child,
allegedly,
having her give him head, pissing on the child, all of that.
This is alleged.
And I said this before. He tried to lie and say, oh, that wasn't him, that wasn't him. Okay, well, nigga, we seen your house on Cribs. You know the room that had the fountain and all that? You was sitting right outside that wood room. Yeah, we seen that on camera. We know how house you was in and everything with your lying ass. Trash ass nigga.
Well, if we're being honest, I think when the allegations against the young artist that he had, when that was a rumor that you married her.
It ain't a rumor. It's a fact.
At the time, it was a rumor. Back in the day, it was
marriage license.
You remember they was like, it was,
oh, you're saying, okay,
in the beginning, it was a rumor. She's on tape saying, oh, it's not true, all this different stuff. They should have did something back then.
Yeah, he was 27, she was 15.
So, yeah, it's, you still consider they trauma, but I think you put them in the vicinities and in places that help them based on that. I think people, I don't want to go there.
See, that's that woman talk right there.
Me and my mom was just having a conversation about, I said, and this may sound harsh, but people that's on death row, why are we holding them here?
That's true. But my thing, okay, I'm glad you said it because I see some of that shit as different. Like, because a person can snap, a person can kill somebody or whatever and feel completely different. But if you go so far as to feel like it's okay to have sex with a child and piss on a child, something is clearly off, wrong with you.
Yeah, all of it.
Like there's murderers in the army.
Yeah, they had trainings.
There's murders on the police force. There's a murderer dude that's at a construction site. Shit, Aaron Hernandez was an NFL player.
Oh yeah,
murders everywhere. But what I'm saying is when you have no respect for the innocent and you do that, look, man, I ain't got no love for you. That's just me.
Well, I just it's just heavy. It's sad. It's a sad. I think everywhere we look, people were failed at the end of the day.
I have a more difficult question to switch a little bit. What do women want?
Provision. Protection.
Mm.
And I think that the biggest thing for me is a place to be able to come and just lay it down.
I'm not talking about what they should want. What do they actually want?
I don't know, because that's why I can only answer from.
Okay, I get what you saying.
I don't know I don't know.
I think.
What did I want before I learned something?
Yeah.
You want me to speak from that mindset?
Yeah.
A man that had some money. He needed to be handsome.
Yeah.
He needed to love God.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think I just said all of that earlier.
That's what the old said.
Oh, okay.
Me. That's what and that's true. Because that's what let me speak for me. That's what I wanted. You ain't lying about that.
Yeah.
That's what that.
All right. So this is a hard one for me because I just think you got to put them in categories, man.
Put what in categories?
I'm going to say the modern Western woman, what she ultimately wants is control and to be a chameleon.
Okay,
that's what I think. Chameleon? Like she wants to be able to be the authoritarian in the relationship, the man in the relationship, but she also wants to pick and choose when she's the child in the relationship. And she wants to choose when she's the woman in the relationship.
It sounds like you dealing with a bipolar. Is most women bipolar?
Most women like that. Think about it. Look at what they say. Happy wife, happy life. What do you think that means?
Like that if you do whatever I want you to do, everything will be copacetic.
Do whatever I want you to do when I say do it. That's what that means.
When I say or just do it.
When I want you to do it, that's what I want you to do. I want you to be able to morph into whatever I want you to be when I say so. I want you to be my bodyguard here. I want you to be my little bitch here. I want you to be my man here. All of that.
I'm going to say this. I never really wanted it. See, and I maybe we didn't know, but I never wanted a man like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did originally. You remember my first boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. I remember he would have seemed like he was laid back or whatever, but I had did something to him one time. And he kind of roughed back, like he stood up for himself. That did something to my little heart. So I said all that to say, I think innately that women want a man that can be a man and stand up. Cobray, I believe that. I don't think that's not something we want. I want a man to be able to, I think I've always wanted, that's why girls go with the roughnecks.
Mm.
Because they're looking for that. But it's kind of,
I think they want the drama.
Why would it be drama?
Let me tell you something. I've been in situations where I can be good as fuck. We on good terms. I done did everything right. We good. We laughing. We happy. That's when they pick to want to fight. It's like, bro, what? Where did it even come from? All I did was go take a shit. Now we arguing?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Was she about to come on? Because that's real.
See, that's the bullshit. Then y'all get to use that shit.
It's so real. It's so real. I promise y'all.
It is real. It's real. But like I said, y'all want to be a chameleon. You want to be able to change with whatever your mood is feeling at that time.
But see, I'm open enough and honest to say, and this is the growth in me. It could be me. I'm about to come on. There could be an I am on. I apologize. But that comes with growth.
Yeah.
I've recognized that, because I consider the other person's perspective. However, the way you be feeling when you are, it's real. Yeah. I don't know how pregnant women feel, but being on, whoo, Jesus.
Yeah. It be stuff like that. And I even say that. I'm like, you must be bleeding. you must be about to bleed.
It's real, I promise you.
Don't leave for a few days. I ain't got time for this shit.
Yes, a whole attitude. Right. Whole attitude.
They could be busting his ass, working, helping you with this, paying all the bills, blah, blah, and you gonna find something wrong. Why?
Well, all I'm gonna say is, in this season of my life, come test me. Come test me and see if I'm gonna be that.
What that mean?
That means some people might be that, but I didn't learn. I didn't pass the test. I didn't ran the race and passed the test. I got a degree. It's just all about, I think it takes growth. People get there eventually. Those that want to get there, because some people probably never will.
Man. So, are you familiar with the black dog, white dog test?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, there was a black dog, white dog test done in the 1940s. Dr. Kenneth and I forgot the other doctor or whatever. So basically, they started testing little children. Like, I think they was like 3 to 6 years old, something like that. They asked them, like, what's the good dog? What's the bad dog? What's the ugly dog? What's the pretty dog? Blah, 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 so on and so forth. Almost every time they said something negative, it was pertaining to the black dog. They did the same test in 2002, did another one in 2010. Almost the exact same results. How the hell do we fix that problem? For them to think that way about themselves and to think that they're bad or ugly or something like that. I understand where it comes from, but how are we not breaking that cycle all these decades later? That was in the 40s. That was before my grandmother was born, and she's gone now. So how do we fix that?
I'm a firm believer in you get your identity from your father. I think it's important that fathers, mothers, whatever, because everybody doesn't have a father in a home or vice versa. But I think it's important that we instill in our children who they are. You're able to define how they view themselves, because I've allowed you to come in and tell them who they are. I don't combat. Only time they hear about Black history is when they go to the schoolhouse that the other folks built. We ain't gonna go there. I think we have got to stop allowing time to raise our children and the other people to raise our children and start to speak over our children ourselves. I think when you don't have a lot of Black fathers and mothers telling their children, this is, you're beautiful, whatever, your hair might be kinky, keeping it real with them. The world may not view you this way, but we got to build them up before we put them out there. The Jewish community, their children don't go outside, go to school with anybody besides themselves until they're like, it's time for high school or something. They make sure they know who they are. So when you get out here amongst the wolves, because you gonna know they're no better than you. But just think about before Jim Crow laws were abolished. I think we were coming together, building ourselves up. We knew who the enemy was, even though we still had some kind of underlying issues with each other. We had more of a community. We were more prideful back then. Yeah. So I said all that to say we had a positive esteem, I think, because it was more people telling you who you are. But who's telling us you're beautiful now? Like, who's doing it? We let society. The Kardashians went and got their body made and got big booties. And now all of a sudden it was a hot thing. Some hoes told y'all who y'all was that you already had naturally. I called them some hoes.
Started doing the same makeup, the same everything. And it's just wild to me. like the way shit has been infiltrated. That was this one chick I talked to on Facebook. I was trying to talk to her about like modeling some of my stuff because she had a following. And she was married. And it just dawned on me. I'm like, you taking pictures like this and you married? It's just wild to me. Back turn, panties all up in her ass, all sort of stuff. We talking about a woman in her mid-40s. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm.
And then I'm like, this dude must be a fucking pushover. That's what I'm thinking. So I posted something one day. It was this dude that was like fit and shit, and he had a fat girlfriend. And I said, them comments got me dying because dudes was on there talking about some, oh yeah, she pay all the bills and this and that.
Wow.
And I thought it was funny. And she's like, this shit ain't funny. You should stop it. I'm like, so I had a conversation of back and forth with her. And basically I found out that nobody tells her the fucking truth. Like, your guy is a fucking punk. You think he want his girl ass all over here? Y'all got kids. Your kids can see, you got sons. They can see their mama's ass all over Instagram. And you want to talk about respect? Girl, shut the fuck up. Yeah, her name is Dax. Look her up. Dax, that's her name.
Don't look her up.
Look her up.
Don't look her up.
I'm like, shut up, man. Like, how you going to try to come at me with about my morals? I'm laughing at some comments. But you got your whole ass on here. Obviously, nobody tell your ass. Yeah, no accountability. And you got sons.
Two perspectives. I think people, the term narcissist is getting a big, coin phrase, but narcissism has been around for a long time. Self-indulge. That's what when you're fleshly, I mean, not let me get churchy, but all you think about is self. And when you just think about self, you become selfish. So that makes sense. Mm-hmm. All she knows what she liked. It made her feel good.
I'm going to play this video for you. Let's see.
To me that so many women talk about narcissism, but the society today is just catering to narcissistic women. If I post a picture online, a bikini picture online, there's nothing my husband can do that can compete with that level of attention. Impossible.
The compliments, the attention, the messaging that you're so sexy and beautiful, and all these different things from thousands or potentially millions of men
around the world
who have money and all these things.
Yeah, and there's nothing he can do. He can't post online and get the same reaction. And also, he can't give me the same level of validation.
Wow.
So what's happened is we've created a setup in society that means men have to compete with a level of validation they can't compete with. And if they go online, if they join Tinder, that night they can have so many more options than a man can because we've got filters and we've got all of these. Again, I'm privy to this myself. I'm a filter queen. So, but the things I can do to manipulate male validation.
To get more attention from men.
Just soothe myself and to remind myself I'm above this. I don't need him. I can replace him. It's something men actually can't do. So they have to rely on for that. They replace us with, and we replace them with likes and comments on social media.
Wow. How did this happen? Like, why do you think, is this a values thing, a lack of values thing? Is this if I feel wounded or I feel some type of trauma, I need an emotional release. And so this makes me feel good. And then it's just a slippery slope into more and more. How does this start and when does it end?
I think it comes from the fact that we've created a culture that whenever there's a problem, there's a temporary solution that doesn't get rid of the root. So what I mean by that is if there's a problem with intimacy for men and they're not getting women, if there's a problem of low self-esteem in women because they don't have meaning and purpose, they can post a few pictures online. We've created a way of solving problems that doesn't get rid of the root. So we're always seeking highs. And the problem with highs is they come with lows. So you end up having more problems, more low self-esteem, and then seeking bigger highs to get that kind of back to neutral state. So I think the problem comes with problems being solved by seeking highs and a real focus on kind of values that are very empty materialistic values. So you are a beautiful, high-value woman if you're really, really beautiful. And you're a high-value man now if you are really, really rich. But there's nothing to do with connection and intimacy that now gives us status. And I think that's come from social media mainly.
Yep. Real shit. That's why you see them start off, they'll post a picture that's kind of provocative. Then they'll post a picture with their back turned for whatever reason, I don't know. Then they'll post a picture with like maybe a shower or a swimsuit or something like that. Then next you know, they doing full on, damn near nude shit, walking around in front of the camera with hardly nothing on. And it always ends at OnlyFans. You'll see that little link pop up and like it happens every time. The more followers they get, the more bullshit they're going to post.
So do you think this was just a side effect, or do you think this was something that has been intentionally put out there?
Well, first of all, they started with, like I said, what Jordan Peterson said, women stop being accountable for their own actions. They start doing things like trying to enter male-dominated fields and all this other shit. And then they needed shit like, oh, I need extra upkeep. I need my nails. I need my hair. I need all this shit. So what do you do? Oh, I'm going to find a way to use what I got to get what I want. That's when the strippers start coming in, where the prostitutes, the using guys, there's prostitution culture all the way around.
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
Then, in order to feel validated and feel like you're of status or something like that, they gauge everything monetarily, not just money, but with likes, follows, stuff like that. And they're willing to do anything to get them. Anything. I mean, anything to get these. I know this one chick, she would go out and like people would send her pictures. I mean, they would send her clothes or whatever to take pictures in. This girl would go out all day taking pictures just to post them throughout the week. Full makeup, do their hair different, all this stuff, just to post them throughout the week. And I was like, are you getting paid to do this? Like, no, I just like doing it. Why? You wasting so much time doing this shit.
I was going to ask you, maybe she was making money.
No, she wasn't making shit. She was just doing it for the attention.
Oh, wow.
Trying to get her shit up to a million followers or whatever. No, another chick. I ain't gonna say her name because she mad at me. But it is what it is. We used to be really close friends. And she happened to she was building up her Instagram or whatever. She said she wanted to sell women's shoes. And eventually her pictures start getting more and more provocative. Mind you, she's like 40. Pictures start getting more and more provocative, and I'm like, you do realize you're hustling backwards, right? I'm just doing what I have to do to get my followers up. I'm like, but you want to sell women's shoes. All your followers are dudes that want to sleep with you. Why the hell are you selling women's shoes to dudes that want to sleep with you? And she never heard nobody talk to her like that. She was just like, well, I mean, you got a point, but you don't know. I'm like, yeah, that makes no sense.
Another perspective.
Tired of stupid people, man. Tired of stupid people.
He's not.
It is what it is. Some people dumb as hell.
That's okay. Everybody can't be smart.
Ain't nothing you can do about it. They can if they try.
But if I don't know it's wrong and how I'm working is working for me, why would I change?
You know, most people's problem is they don't listen. They just don't fucking listen.
No.
Like, intellect is not really so much like IQ or capacity. It's really just information. So how do you gain information? You just listen. It's not hard.
I love that. That's real.
It's fucking. People just make shit difficult. I don't understand why they just make it difficult. There's been times where people like, oh man, like, who taught you how to do this? Who taught you how to do that? Me? What do you mean? You never taught yourself anything? You never looked under the hood of a car and wondered if you could fix this little part right here. And then that takes you to the next part. And then that takes you to the next part. Before you know it, you know your car pretty well. Now you can fix some cars. You never tried? No? Well, then that's your problem. That's not a stupid problem. There's something wrong with you. I'm just saying, it don't mean you stupid. It's just something wrong with the way you think.
You have to know, Cobra. Most people don't ask why.
And that's crazy to me.
Because you're a natural born leader.
I'm saying, how do I say it? I can't even use an analogy that makes sense with that.
It never will. Like you told me, you'll never understand that. You know why? You're not wired that way. You will never understand it. So
okay, you're talking about when it comes to, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, I guess to a certain extent. I guess. But what kills me though about it, these same people will hate you for it or envy you for it.
Everybody hates the leader.
Why though? I don't think that way. Look, if somebody, like let's say I happen to be next to 50 Cent for 5 days. Mm-hmm. You think I'm finna be trying to tell this nigga what to do or trying to overtalk or try to leave? No, I'm gonna soak up every little bit of game I can.
I promise you, 50, if you see this, I'm like him. If we could just follow you and just take notes.
Yeah, I'm soaking up every little bit of game. Like that is backwards. Niggas will get on here, and it's wild to me. They'll get online and try to tell a multi-billionaire that's running Fortune 500 companies
that's been
and all
proven.
That, how to do
that's
it.
What he's saying. That's been proven, tried, and true. Yes,
that's
Lord.
wild to me, man. I'm sitting there like, damn. So what you say? Okay, and I might just start doing what you doing because it's working. Oh, you work out at this time? All right. Well, shit. I'm gonna start doing that.
I'm going to say this. A lot of people want to be the leader. And I think the way they view leaders is they see the stardom of it. They see the connection of it, but they don't understand the characteristics you have to get there. Right. You have to be a lifelong learner in order to lead. Because if you're not, the ones that you're leading eventually outthink you and they're going to become the leader. That's what makes you who you are. But I think a lot of people, they don't know that. All they see is the glory in the story. All they see is, but they don't know what you go through. They don't know what it is. All they see is, you got it like this. But do you know all the nights I don't go to sleep? I mean, do you feel the weight I feel at night? They don't know. Because people have to take that in consideration. So they don't know.
And that's another thing too. There's too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Are
they chiefs or want to be chiefs? Because when it comes to it, they ain't chiefs.
Yeah, there's too many people that want to be chiefs, not enough people that want to be Indians. So in a lot of cases, people don't understand that. Like you have to crawl before you walk. You can't just jump out there and do this, that, and other. And I'm the type of person that if I can teach you how to do it, I'm gonna teach you how to do it. If I can help you do it, I will help you do it. But people, I hate having my time wasted. It's like, why did I even do this shit? Now you done pissed me off because you done waste my time. I can't get that back.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Time is the ultimate currency. That's the way I see it.
And I got to do better with time. Lord help me.
What do you mean?
I hate being late.
You hate being late? Oh.
I hate it.
You be late a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, shit.
I don't like it though.
I be having too much going on. That's
you have stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm late. It's all started when I wanted to be fashionably late.
Mm. So you did it on purpose?
I did it on purpose.
What the fuck? Why?
Fashionably late.
Where?
Anywhere I went.
Like work and shit?
I was younger. It started at 7. So if I'm going to the party, you say it started at 7, I'll be there at 8:15. You're going to...
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I didn't want to be that girl.
That makes sense at a party, but work, you bugging.
Yeah.
Not at work.
But then I had to realize that being late is disrespectful.
Yeah, it is.
But see, I had to start thinking about other people. All I knew is I wanted to be fashionable. And then next thing I know, it became a habit.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to break it.
I get that.
Yeah. What do you suggest I do?
I mean, what do you mean with being on time?
Yeah.
Be on time? What the fuck do you mean?
I can't stand it.
It ain't hard.
That is. Do you know how hard that is? Especially you've been doing it for years. It's going to take at least 21 days.
I just thought about that. Your ass was late coming up here. Yeah.
He just called it. I said, I apologize. You just got done talking about time. And we're talking about it.
No,
I'm out of water.
I was supposed to be doing this several shows with this girl, and I liked what she posted. I liked the way she thinks. She's young. She like 25, something like that. But the way she think, her mind is like way beyond 25. And I'm thinking, this is how she is, blah, blah, blah. I let her pick the time. I hit her up twice that day. And I'm like, yo, this is where we meeting. This is the time, blah, blah, blah. And she was just like, okay, all right, I'll be there. I'm getting off work at this, blah, 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 blah. And let's say the time was 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock, I hit her. 7:15, I hit her again. Like 7:30, she texts me like, oh, I'm tired. I can't come. I'm just like, see, people will look at me and say, oh, you're wrong for cutting a person like that off. But I see it and I say, this person has no respect for my time. This person will not be dependable in the future. And on top of that,
they're not serious.
Right. This person not serious. But and on top of that, they're telling you who they are immediately. Everybody wants to make a great first impression. But this motherfucker has no work ethic, nothing.
Is it the new generation? Because you know,
maybe it is.
They don't care.
I'm just saying, she has no work ethic. I'm like, I don't care how. I'm like, you know what? I had to do this today. I had to do that today, this today, blah, blah, blah. Ran everything down. Like, and on top of that, I found time to do this, blah, blah, bblah, blah, 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 blah. And I got here on time. What's your excuse?
It's always tomorrow.
She's like, oh, I feel bad. I'm just like, me too. We could have had some dope shows, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Well, I'm glad he ain't cut me off, y'all.
Nah, man, you was late as hell.
Y'all, I'm going to tell the people what happened. So Cobray texts me and he says, what time was I coming? I said 4 o'clock. Come to the city. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I say 4. He never, and I can see I'm two-way this. He never told me the time that we needed to meet. But since he didn't, I could have been adult enough to say, what time do we need to start the podcast? Mm-hmm. So I take my responsibility and you're going to take yours too.
Well, look, if somebody tell you, if I say, what time we meet, and somebody tell you, oh, I'll be there at 4, what time are you thinking that means? You're thinking that means 4, right?
No, I really thought like you were asking me what time I was going to get to Kate, not necessarily get here to
Okay.
him.
And then she texts me like, oh yeah, I'm 7 minutes away. I'm like, all right.
Correction.
Waited for a whole extra hour. I'm like, what? Now she gonna say, oh, well, I just meant that's how far I am away. I'm like,
I'm sad because we've been friends all this time. And you don't know. I'm a real blonde, like for real.
You blind?
I am a blonde. Anybody that knows me knows me. I'm like really like.
You ain't thinking about it, like how it's coming off?
No.
Okay.
And me and my friend had this debate all the time, and I was just like, I'm really don't be knowing. And it's not a joke. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a real blonde. So it that'll help me out next time. If just please, because I'm a real blonde. Okay. So I thought we were done.
No, we about to be done. Just
anyway,
let them know what you got coming up for this event.
I have, and I'm so excited about this, on October 11th, 2025, I will have my very first domestic violence event. I'm so excited. This is something a long time coming. I'm just excited about it.
That's good.
It's going to be awesome. All I can say is my dream is to, right now, to help impact these shelters that need, just women needing just plain stuff like, underwear, things of that nature, personals, being able to bless them with that, with things like that, but also bring awareness to domestic violence. Everybody knows. And if you don't know, Domestic Violence Awareness Month is in October, but a lot of times breast cancer is always promoted more. And both of them, matter of fact, more women die of domestic violence than they do breast cancer. But nonetheless, we're not competing against that cause. But just want to also bring out the fact that we have women that are dying at the rate of, I don't know how many women every 5 minutes. So to bring awareness, but to come from a person that actually went through it and survived it and throw an event to give back is going to be so exciting. So October 11th, 2025 in Memphis, Tennessee.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, man. One day we gonna touch on that shit again. Oh, bitch ass nigga, man. Did you dirty. But,
we let go.
Yeah. Yeah.
We relax, we release, and we bless him. He probably watching, hey, I survived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild.
You want to come talk to him? You want to call and tell your story?
I wouldn't talk to him. I would beat the shit out of that dude.
You wouldn't give him away?
I would beat the shit out of that dude for 15 whole minutes. Straight up.
we let that go. We're going to cut that out.
Anyway, so it's a Black Room experience. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. My God, I can't believe I messed that up. But we still learning. We still trying to get everything right. So see y'all another time. Later.